Hello, my name is Sandra Elaine Scott, and I am the president of the Friends of the Millis Public Library in Millis, Massachusetts. And I'm also president of the Massachusetts Friends of Libraries. And, when I think about giving Black or giving back as per se, and why I volunteer and who I am, for me, it's legacy. It's what I saw happen with my parents. My mom was the president of the Parent Music Aid Society in Boston, Massachusetts, that fostered music education in city children. And she was president over 25 years. We gave out music scholarships, took kids on vacations to different places. So I saw her do that, whether it was through the annual dinner dance gala and raffles that she did, or the chocolate, selling world's finest chocolate growing up. And then there was my dad. He was a community activist. He was a part of We Can. He got people involved in getting out the right to vote. He helped Mayor Ray Flynn get elected. So I saw activism all the time in my household, and it was something that was done. So it's something that became a part of me. It's just who I am. So why do I give back, give Black? Yeah, it's in my blood, it's in my DNA. But more importantly, now I would say, as the president of the Friends of the Millis Library, it's for the reading, it's for the literacy, it's for giving and really instilling the love of libraries and the love of doing all that's good. Literacy is huge for me. I know during the pandemic, so many resources were cut all around the country, and especially in libraries. And people weren't working. And where could they go to have access? And one of the things that we provided was we had doorstep delivery and curbside. So even though you couldn't go into a library, we made sure that people could still read. And so that was a part of what I do. My time, people think I work for the library. I don't work full time for the library, but I volunteer pretty much full time. I go in, and as the president, it's not just about raising money, it's about doing what I can. So I run a book club, that for the seniors, that meets once a month, and I read 10 to 14 books a month, and I present it to our seniors. And also, we have a movie club every Friday, and I also help out with that. We do book sales, and that way we can give money back all the time. In terms of treasure, again, money is everything, and we might say it's not, and it's not. The A lot of times when we ask people to give, we think that we're looking for the multimillionaires to give, and it's the widow's money. It's just that little bit that you can give that can make a difference. So whether it's our book sales, where we curate books and then we sell them back. And so for children, a book, maybe a brand new book, hardcover is $1 and a paperback is 50 cents. And for some, that can be a hardship. And for others, they just want to give. And that's a great way to do it. So yeah, I give with time, and I give with, my treasure as well. So not only do I ask people to donate, but I don't think it's fair to ask people to give if you don't give. So I also give as well. And then, for other causes that I also believe in, Books for Kids Jamaica, that in Jamaica, it's about learning. My mom was from Panama and my father was from Jamaica. So for me, culturally, I wanted to make sure that it's not just giving, it's making sure global giving, worldwide giving, and giving that's a part of our humanity and who we are. Other causes that are also important to me, heart. America, this month, February, is also Heart Awareness Month for women. And for Black women, heart issues are huge. Hypertension is huge. So I'm always talking about that. Wear red, go red for women, doing that. So I'm not just advocating for whatever organization that I'm working with at the time, but I'm also advocating for others. I had a brother who died of AIDS. So I believe, and AIDS is not eradicated. And so we cannot ever forget December 1st is World AIDS Day. Always remember that. You know, there's so many things. There's an organization called Janet's Bookworms in Fitchburg, Massachusetts, that has a lot of indigent children. And I'm a pen pal, and where you write to a second grader and you start to and send them a book. So it helps to give them that as well. You know, so when I think about the legacy and the time, the talent, the treasure, the ties to the community, now that I'm no longer living within city limits, but I'll also give, you know, someone if I can, and always keeping that ties to each other. And the community is who we are as a people that we cannot forget when we walk out. You know, for my community that I'm in now, a novel occasion, we just had our big fundraiser where we brought 10 New York Times best-selling authors together. For me, it was also important to have diversity represented. So I made sure that even the authors that everybody sees, that it's across the board, that, you know, New York Times best-selling authors that are selling it, who are Black. Oh my gosh. You know, Piper Hughley, who wrote about By Her Own Design, about Anne Lowe, who was the fashion designer for Jackie Kennedy. And so she brought that awareness to light. Oh my gosh, I can go on and on and on about books and reading and all of that. But when I think about giving and why it's important, giving Black, giving back, give back, reach up, reach out, and touch each other. That's who we are, right? I saw it growing up. I saw my mother do that. I saw my dad do that. And I never thought, oh, yeah, this is something we do. And in fact, I often see, you know, I'd go places and they're looking for volunteers, and it would often show, you know, not us who are volunteering, but we do volunteer. We just don't talk about it, and we don't talk about it in the same way. Whether we volunteer in our church, you know, pre-pandemic, I sang in the church choir. Yeah, when do I have time? I sleep, you know, and it's the things that we do. Do we volunteer in our church pantry? We volunteer on a coat drive, a clothing drive. We volunteer in so many ways. So yes, give back, give Black, give. That's my message for you today. I'm also an author of children's books primarily, and that's what I do in my spare time, you know. And so when you can, give the gift of reading to a child. Give them a book if you give them nothing else. And give of your time, give of your talent, give of your treasure, give your ties to the community. And that is my testimony. I'm Sandra Elaine Scott, president of Friends of the Millis Public Library and Friends of the Massachusetts Friends of Libraries. Thank you. Muchísimas gracias.